Hello, this is David from the Bookman in Orange, California, welcoming you to another edition of Things Found in Books. And I found a few things this week, and I'd like to share them with you today. Starting with in this paperback of The Robe by Lloyd C. Douglas. The worker that I have that does paperbacks brought it up to me because she was shelving paperbacks and came across this little item stuck in the book. And everyone's bringing this stuff to my attention now. I am Mr. Things Found, so I get everything. So what it is in this little envelope was 2 window decals for Palm Springs Aerial Tramway in Palm Springs, California. And you got 2 of them, which I'll share in a close-up. And there's no date on them. They do have that 70s or late 60s look to them. And they were, at the time, they were only 20 cents per decal. So I can imagine in today's market, they'd at least be a couple of bucks. So yes, and I thought they're very gorgeous, very pretty. Never been used. They're like pristine copies of these things. I think they've been in that book since they bought them back in the day. Maybe they took the book with them up on the tramway. That would be kind of a scary read. Hold on, I dropped the thing. Sorry about that. In yet another book, I don't have the book to share with you. I did find this store guide for Alpha Beta Markets. Now, Alpha Beta was a big chain out here on the West Coast. So people in the East might not be aware of Alpha Beta, but they were pretty big. Back when I was growing up, we shopped at Alpha Beta. They're no longer around anymore. I think the very last one was closed down in '95, but in actuality, they were kind of long gone before that. And yeah, on the back, it tells you to get your green chip stamps. You know, everybody used to collect those, S&H Green Stamps. My mom used to have a whole drawer full. I don't know if she ever turned them in for anything. She just had a drawer full of green stamps. And on the inside, it shows you who the store manager was. And I actually did a little research on this because this store was in Reseda, and it was Reseda Street in Northridge, California, which is out here in California. And the gentleman here pictured helped open the market in 1962. He was a manager. And he opened it up further. Again, we'll have a better close-up for you. And what it is, it tells you where everything is. So like if you're looking for ammonia, you would go to aisle 12. If you're looking for pet foods, it'd be aisle 14. Starch corn, aisle 10. And it's quite a lengthy list. And I don't think it's such a bad idea for today, because I know I go in the market and I'm looking around and everything, but it'd be nice to have a little guide like this. And it also has a little place where you can check it off. So if you're doing your shopping, you could just check it off, plan your trip. And so that is a cute little guide that I found. And that's a little piece of Americana. In this book here, it's called A Manual for Writers. It's by Manley and Powell. And it was published in Chicago in the year, I'm sorry here, I should have had that information all ready to go, in the year 1913. And in the book is another sales receipt. I come across a lot of sales receipts, so modern and old and whatnot. So I found this one especially interesting because it's a sales receipt from A.C. McClurg. A.C. McClurg was a bookseller out of Chicago. This particular receipt is dated 1915, so it's a 1915 receipt. A.C. McClurg was a bookseller, stationery, engraving store out of Chicago, Illinois, and but they also got into publishing. And any Tarzan collector would know that the most collectible Tarzans were published by A.C. McClurg. back in the 1915, 20s, and so forth. And later on, they were published by Grosset and Dunlap, but A.C. McClurg were the guys. And so this little receipt was probably for this book. It doesn't say, it just says hardcover or HC, and for $1.25. And again, it was bought in 1915, November 27, 1915 to be exact. And I thought that was fascinating. Great shape, beautiful. And lastly, I went to an estate sale, bought a bunch of books, and it was this rather, it's a modern, complete how to draw from real life. It's a modern book, published recently. But in the book, so I don't know how, I don't know, who knows how this stuff gets in there. I found 2 photographs. One is it's a kind of a family photograph, and it shows a smiling family there, and guessing from the attire, it'd either be the 40s or the 50s. It's a real photograph too. It's not a reprint. And but the second photograph is very interesting. Again, we'll have close-ups for you. This one here is a man standing in a field between 2 bomb racks. So this is most likely during World War II, and up in the sky are 2 bombers flying over top. An interesting photograph. It was pretty well done. He's standing at attention between 2 bomb racks, and my guess is this is also from the 40s. Again, there's no date, nothing written on the back, and it was in a modern book, so the book doesn't help me date it. It's just in there. And I do find a lot of photographs in books. I mean, a lot. And maybe next week or a week here soon, I'll just share the photographs. I don't necessarily have the books to go with them, but I kind of save the photographs, and they're just regular photographs. They're nothing too out of the ordinary, but they're fun to look at. It's fun to get a sense of time and place in other people's lives, shared with us through the medium of a book. And I want to thank you for stopping by today. If you want to get a hold of me, or if you would like to share something, please get a hold of me at oldbook@ebookman.com. oldbook@ebookman.com. And send a picture of what you found, and a little description of what you got, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by today, and I hope to see you again soon. And this is David from the Bookman in Orange saying farewell.